sorry for the delay tonight, and here's hoping my sorry for the delay, and here's hoping my video works. I was having trouble with it getting it started tonight. Sometimes that's what happens, and there it goes again. Hopefully it doesn't keep going in and out, because it's gonna drive me nuts. Anyways, I was gonna do one card for you tonight, and so sorry that it's 10 minutes late. Computers can be like that sometimes. But I want to show you first the project that I showed last Tuesday was my art. So framed art that I do usually like once every year, once every few years, and I just wanted to show you the finished 2021 that I did. Hopefully you can see it without the glare. I'll see if I can bring it up a little bit closer without the glare. So there's the kangaroo one, the dragonfly, the little bunny, the flowers, the sea one, the little snail, the butterflies, the flower, the ice cream cone, and then the little girl with, or the, I don't know, grandma and little girl, grandma and child with the hand, mom and child with the hand, dad and child with the hand. Anyways, that's my finished artwork, and it turned out really, really pretty. I really love it, and I'm gonna hang it up. So that's all done. I just wanted to just show you that. And it didn't take me very long, so it probably like 6 squares take about, I don't know, about an hour to 2. So to do the whole project, it doesn't take a long time. The only thing is I would always keep with the same colors. So if you're going to do like a blue color, a green color, a orange color, a pink color, stick with the same color theme throughout all of your little squares. So that's the only thing I suggest with that. So today we're going to use the Treasures of Life stamp set. So that's that one there. And I'm going to use this one up in the corner here. This dad or grandpa with this little person. And I'm going to make this little person pink. So I decided, because, I don't know, I make everything blue. So that one I made blue. So I've decided to make this one pink. I've also decided to, if I can get it to unhook here, use this technique. So we're going to be stamping down with paper, and then cutting out, and I'm going to cut out Grandpa's jacket on the stamp. So you're going to get your size, let's see what stamp or block I'm using, size E block, and you're going to put your grandpa and little person on there. And then we're first going to stamp down, and I'm going to bring you down here. Move it. Should be good. So I'm going to, first, we're going to stamp down in, we're going to stamp the grandpa and the little person down on the front of a white piece of cardstock. And I just cut my cardstock to what grandpa and the little person fit. And then you're just going to stamp with Memento. And you're just going to put them into the middle of your, and you're wanting to leave a little space at the bottom so you can put a saying at the end if you want. So just like that. Hi, Jane. And we're going to do another one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. So this is from the And I should have my book beside me, but because I took so long trying to get my computer to work, I don't have it beside me. This is the paper for the ties, the tie framelits and the tie paper. So that's material. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our black again, so our memento, and you're going to stamp Grandpa, and you're going to stamp him down, oops, on the gray sheet of paper. And then we're going to cut out Grandpa's jacket. And here's hoping I can see Grandpa's jacket because it's black on black. So I'm going to use this one here as a template. So what I probably should do is cut Grandpa's neck. And I'm not seeing it very well. So the light in here tonight is just not helping me, so of course it's not. So what you're going to do is you're going to take Grandpa and you're going to cut out his jacket. So I'm going to make his jeans, or his pants jeans. So I'm going to use like a light blue to color that in. But his jacket, I'm just going to I probably should have stamped it in white so I could see it better, because it's very, very dark right here where I am. There's not a light over my head. So let me see if I can plug in my lamp and we'll get more light, and then I can see what I'm cutting out. And that's going to look probably pretty weird to you guys right there, but it'll help me see a little better until I can cut him out a little bit. But like I said before, I probably should have cut him out with or stamped him with white so that you could see it when I'm cutting it. And then we want to go around his neck. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece here and I'm going to cut oops and don't lose the brim of his. Alright, I'm just going to move that back for now. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take So that looks good there. So I'm just going to try to cut his neck, because I cut it a little bit too short. So the collar, oops, like that. Yeah, so good thing to know for when you're doing this technique is to maybe stamp in white so you can see Grandpa's coat a little bit better. Or what we can do is we can take the gray and then just fill it in so that you can see the rest of Grandpa's coat. So that's what we can do instead of worrying about piecing it together. So there's Grandpa's coat, and now I can cut out his arm just to make it a little bit so you can see it a little bit. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to color this in. So we're going to use, I've used petal pink, light petal pink, for just because I think this guy looks like my dad, and he's kind of a pinky orangey tone, and so am I. So I'm going to make this me when I was little, and this is my dad. So I'm going to color them in, and then I'm coloring Grandpa's arm in here, just like that. Oh, and I'm going to call this me. I'll color in my hand, and then we're going to use so I'm going to use the light seaside spray because my dad usually wears jeans. Now he doesn't so much anymore, but he used to wear jeans all the time. And then I'm going to highlight the jeans with the dark, that's balmy blue. Okay, I'm going to get the dark seaside spray because that's not going to work. Oh, geez. Obviously you can tell I was playing with my markers because I moved them about. So there we go. So that gives a better highlight to Grandpa's pants, or my dad's pants. Like that. There we go. So we got jeans on him. And then we're going to just take our dark smoky slate, and we're just going to color in the parts that we didn't get filled in with the coat. Just so we're not missing anything. And we're going to take brown, so I'm going to use dark crumb cake, and we're going to color in the shoes dark brown. And then we're going to take this sand, not sand, I'm going to make this brown down here, light brown, just a little bit. Oops. I have to go over the shoes a little bit because I just went over the shoes, but that's okay. We're going to make those darker pink. And so I'm going to make light smoky slate for the hair. And we're just going to highlight. So kind of make it look a little bit like gray highlights in the white hair. So you just go around it a little bit. Like that. Alrighty, so that's, and my camera's moving, sorry guys. Of course that would happen. So there's Grandpa's pants, and then his shoes, and then the at the bottom. I do too, Jane. Hi Willie. Hi Joan. So that's the first step, and then we're going to color in the little person that kind of looked like me when I was little, and I'm going to use Light Flirty Flamingo because that's the lightest pink we have right now, and I'm going to color in the jacket pink. And then I'm going to also make her with some little jeans on. So we're going to use light Seaside Spray and then dark Seaside Spray. And all you're going to do, so with this stamp set, they have highlights already. So you can just highlight it as you go. So they show you the dark lines there, and then you just highlight them. And they turn out really, really cute. Okay, and then I'm going to use dark Flirty Flamingo. And that's just going to highlight her jacket. Hopefully you guys can't really hear the TV in the background. I totally forgot to turn that down with all my excitement. I was trying to get my, of course somebody would call me right now. I was trying to get all of my laundry done tonight, and there was somebody else in there, so I had to wait for them, and I was trying to get everything done before I came up to do, but I still have drying happening downstairs, so I have to go get that after I'm done with you guys. Seems like every time I go downstairs to do laundry, there's 3 people in there already doing it, so I can't jump in there, and especially with COVID right now, you can't just sit there and wait for people. So twice I came back upstairs with all of my laundry. So there is her. So I used dark Rococo Rose for her boots and light Rococo Rose, so I just highlighted her boots. And then for her scarf, I might use Rococo Rose for her scarf, the light one. I don't know. We're just having fun. There's no rules to this one. Play with whatever colors you have. You can make it not pink, you can make it pink, you make it blue, you make it orange, purple. But I do like the light pink on the coat, and then the hat and mitts and scarf, or hat and scarf. She doesn't have any mitts. The same color. I don't know if you guys have tons of telemarketers calling you, but lately I've had people calling me nonstop. And I really don't need my ducks clean. I might need my turtle clean once in a while, but not my ducks. Maybe that's what I need to tell them. So there's her highlighted. Okay. So we pretty much have the whole thing done, except I saw somebody else do this when we were watching watching our convention on TV. She made a little pom-pom thing here with just doing like that. So a little pom-pom. And I thought that was super cute. So let's do a pom-pom on her. And now we're going to take our jacket. And what I might do is take my... So these are our chalk markers, our white chalk markers. So what I might do for his jacket is give him a little bit of highlights, like white highlights. So just because it's so dark on dark, it's almost too dark. And of course, when I was planning out this card, I didn't think about it might being too dark. I do have a newer one and an older one here, so let's try to see if I can get it. There we go. That's my old one. This one's my newer one. So just give him a little bit of highlight. So maybe highlight his pocket. And highlight his back a little bit with the white. Then a little bit of highlights might show it up a little bit better. So you can see his pocket. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just take glue, which isn't sitting in front of me because I probably was playing with it the other night. First, I thought I had it here, so nope. Alright, let me find some glue. I'm just going to use our white glue, just because that's at hand. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take Grandpa's coat, put a little bit of white glue down, and then we're going to glue Grandpa's coat on. There we go. So there's Grandpa's coat. Okay. And it looks like he's kind of got a little bit of gray underneath it, but that's okay. Okay. And then we're going to put the card together. So I have a pretty peacock in my head, and that's not what that is. So let me find the color. That is Blushing Bride. And then we're just going to layer that on here. So we're going to glue that down. This is one of my favorite techniques. But like I said before, maybe with dark on dark, it's better to stamp in white just to get the outline so we can cut it a little bit easier. And we're going to put that down there. Just like that. So you have a frame. Oops. But don't glue down Grandpa. He doesn't want to go on there yet. And then we're going to do a little pink on top. So layer it. And we're going to put this right on here, and then I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. So we're going to glue down Grandpa and the little girl. Or my dad and me, that I call it. It's funny when I used to nanny, I used to take some of the kids over to my dad, and my dad just loves children, and they would just spend so much time with him playing in the backyard or doing different things. I remember one time he was like doing gardening, and he had the little guy I used to look after, Jacob, he had him in the garden, and that's pretty much how he looks to like little kids. He looks gigantic, kind of like with them looking up at him, just because he's a very tall man, and little people just look so tiny towards beside him. And I'm not too sure why this is my favorite stamp set. It's just for this book, I really think it's cute. My aunt was saying that she had trouble when my cousins had their first grandbaby. She wanted to find a card to send them, and she could not find a card anywhere to send them. So this one we could have put a saying on the bottom. I decided not to, but that's it. And the jacket on them gives them a bit of dimension, right? So it makes them pop out a little bit, which is kind of cool. That's cool, Jane, that you did that with the beautiful U stamp set. Thanks, Joan. Oh no, when your husband falls asleep, somebody calls. I don't know, every time I seem to get on a video, so Tuesday nights is when I do videos. Any other time, people could call me. Tuesday nights when I do videos, somebody always calls. And it drives me not nuts, because I know it's not anybody I know calling me, because I know that's the time I do my videos. Thanks, Jane and Joan. It was nice seeing you tonight, Willie. And that's done. So that's my one sample. There's my other sample doing the similar technique, and then that's my third one with not the technique, just coloring the little person and the grandpa in. And I'm gonna just show you my, for Willie and everybody else who didn't see last week. So this is my, I'm gonna put it up. So this is my project I did. So what I did is I took squares of paper that were all the same size, and then I took all of my stamp sets that I bought that were new, and I made little samples of them. And I put 2021 to symbolize the year that they were all done. And so it turned out really cool. I also suggest when you're doing one of these frames that you always use your punches or your framelits to punch it, like give it some dimension, because then it's not so flat to the paper. Some things have dimension by themselves, like that flower down, the flower down here. It's kind of got dimension all by itself, but some of the other ones look really flat if you don't give them a bit of popping out. Again, that's it. So I hope you're inspired by that. Sorry I was so late coming on, and hopefully we will see you next Tuesday. I'm going to try to do some kind of technique and a card every time I do one of these Tuesday tutorials, just to give you different ideas. I know, because when I see other demonstrators doing different techniques and different ideas, I usually get inspired to do new things and play with new things. The other thing I was going to say is that, because I remember telling everybody this when we started in January, but the celebration only goes till February 28th. So probably at the end of February sometime, I will be putting in an order So if you want to put in an order, I can do that for you and then send it directly to your house. Or if you want to put in an order before that, I can individually put the order in and send it to you. So it doesn't matter when you put it in, but just remember that February 28th is the last day of celebration, because I know every year I get somebody who says, oh, I really want that stamp set. And then I say, what stamp set? And they said, the one in the celebration book. And I say, well, now it's like June and they don't have this book anymore, so you can't have that, sorry. but it's a short-term thing, so people a lot of times miss it, so I just wanted to make sure nobody misses that if you wanted something out of there. Okay, great. Have a good night, and I will see you next Tuesday, and thank you so much for coming out. And again, sorry for being so late. Those computers, sometimes they work and sometimes they like to give you trouble. But we will see you next week, and hopefully you have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.